The mirror's lie. Emily ran her fingers over the mirror's surface, tracing the outlines of the reflection she despised. Every morning was a battle she had already lost, a war fought in the silence of her own mind. The woman staring back at her was grotesque, her nose too crooked, her skin too rough, her body an ugly mismatch of angles and curves that didn't belong together. It didn't matter what others said, they were just being kind, or worse, lying. Her mother would say, "You're beautiful, Emily," with an unshakable certainty that made Emily's stomach turn. Friends assured her she looked fine, normal even, but their words never reached the part of her brain that had long decided otherwise. She knew what they saw. She knew what they weren't saying. She avoided photographs, refused to be tagged in them, turned away from every reflective surface like it was a monster waiting to devour her. But the real monster lived inside her, whispering its relentless truths. One afternoon, she sat in the dim glow of her bedroom, scrolling through pictures of others, flawless, effortless, perfect. She compared herself to them, to the unattainable standard that had burrowed into her mind like rot. She wondered if they ever felt like this, if they ever looked in the mirror and felt their stomachs drop like a stone into dark water. She doubted it. The surgeries hadn't helped. Each one had been a desperate attempt to carve away the parts of herself that made her unlovable, to mold herself into something worthy. But the mirror never reflected what she wanted to see. It was never enough. It would never be enough. Her phone buzzed. A message from Claire. "Come out with us tonight? You need a break. You look amazing, promise." Emily stared at the screen, fingers hovering over the keyboard. "I can't tonight. Not feeling great." "Emily, you have to stop doing this to yourself." She shut off her phone. They didn't understand. No one did. She curled up beneath her blankets, cocooning herself in the only place she felt safe. If she could disappear into the folds of the fabric, into the darkness, maybe the mirror wouldn't find her. Maybe the monster wouldn't whisper tonight. But she knew it would. It always did. The days blurred together in a cycle she couldn't break. Each morning, she woke up dreading the first glimpse of herself. Each night, she fell asleep, hoping she wouldn't wake up at all. The loneliness was suffocating, but the thought of being seen, truly seen, was worse. She longed to be invisible, to slip unnoticed through the world, to exist without the weight of her own reflection crushing her. Her therapist had told her to write down the things she liked about herself. The notebook sat untouched on her nightstand, its pages as empty as she felt. Every time she tried, her mind filled with all the reasons she was wrong, broken, hideous. The list of flaws was endless. The list of good things, non-existent. She tried once to talk to her mother about it, to explain the gnawing self-hatred that clawed her insides. But her mother had only sighed, eyes wary. "You need to stop being so hard on yourself, Emily. Everyone feels insecure sometimes." Emily wanted to scream. This wasn't insecurity. This was a sickness, an unshakable weight pressing down on her, dragging her further and further into an abyss she couldn't escape. One evening, as the world outside her window dimmed into twilight, she reached for her phone again. Her fingers hovered over Claire's name. Maybe she should say yes this time. Maybe she should try. But the thought of stepping outside, of putting on makeup and pretending to be okay, felt impossible. She placed the phone down and pulled her blanket over her head. Tomorrow, she told herself. Maybe tomorrow will be different. But she knew it wouldn't be. It never was.